Now I'm going to show you how to launch one of the jet skis. Okay, these both operate exactly the same. The procedure is very similar to what you have with a boat. It's actually a lot simpler. There's a connection on the front. You want to make sure you undo that, but you want to make sure you connect it back on when you come back in. The lift operation is over here, and same sort of process as for the boat. This one actually goes down a little faster than the other one, and I like to lower it to the point where the frame and the bunks are just barely underwater, because these float very easily. That's it. I've lowered the lift to the point where you can see that the jet ski is bobbing around down there. Now, a lot of times you'll want to get on the jet ski before it gets down to this level. So now, if you'll come on around. The jet ski's a simple operation, but starting it sometimes can be a little bit confusing. So you've got the key looks like this, and this says red on it. We have one that says orange. The orange one goes to the orange jet ski. It's important because the keys will only work with the right one. And you can see under here, I can't. You're gonna have to do it. Oh. You can see over here, hopefully this is still working. Yep. That there's a little knob, and that's what this goes on. So you're going to push that in as firmly as you can. Okay, you might have to twist it a little bit. You'll know that you've got it in correctly, and by the way, you need to connect the other end to your life preserver. You'll know that you've got it plugged in correctly when you push this once, and on the screen it lights up, and what you should see is it should say normal key. Ready, reading key, reading key. Sometimes it'll keep saying that. What you should do in that case is turn the key a little bit until it says normal key, which it just did, by the way. There's not a whole lot to look at on this screen. This doesn't give you the depth. The most important thing is your fuel gauge, okay, which you can see, and maybe your speed. It shows you your speed, okay. You don't need to mess with any of these buttons. You're going to see buttons and knobs over here. You don't need to mess with any of those, okay? The things that you have to work with are the starter key, okay, which we've pushed once to make sure we had read the right key. Second thing is the reverse and / brake, and on this side, the throttle. Okay, so on your right side is the throttle. So I'm going to start it up by pushing this button again and holding it until the engine turns over. So, okay, so now I've started the engine up, and so the left-hand side is both the brake key and the reverse. So when I pull backwards on this far enough, it reverses my thrust and will make me go backwards. When I pull this side, you don't want to do both at the same time. When I do the right side, it's going to make me go forward. Watch. I'll just do it a little. Whoop. You got to be careful, especially when you're in the dock area. So now I'm going to give this to Beth, and she's going to watch me pull out and back in. So I'm using the left-hand side to back out, and I'm just holding it in. Hold it in far enough, and it backs me out. right side. Right side. To dock the boat, I like to come in and just about stop before I get there, and then just give it a little bit of gas and use the left-hand side to slow it down so that I can pull right up to the dock. And I want to be about 12 inches back, 12 to 18 inches back from the front of the dock. So I might need to back up just slightly, but that's about right. To turn the engine off, you just push the button down and hold it, and it'll turn off, and then pull the key off. When you're on a jet ski, make sure that you always have your driver's license, and it's good to have your cell phone. You can put it inside here. There's a plastic bag so you can protect it. There's a whistle in there. Also, in one of these too, there's a remote so that you can remotely lift and lower the lift. Also, in the front of these is a place where I put a rope. So there's a rope in there and a fire extinguisher. Okay, so if you ever get pulled over, they may ask you, where's the fire extinguisher? There's your fire extinguisher. And the rope is only needed if you need to get towed or something like that. To put gas in these, this one has a real easy gas tank. The other one, the orange one, you actually have to lift up this top part, and the gas input is over on the left-hand side. And that's about it for this. So no buttoning up, no nothing else that you have to do other than covering it and making sure it's reattached.
When you put the cover on, what do you want to put on first?
Oh, when you put the cover on, you always want to put the handlebars on first. And then what I like to do is I like to do the front and then the back. But you'll find your own way. You'll figure that out on your own.
Okay.